This is interesting. Uber conducted a survey. They say 100,000 people, 100,000, drivers and delivery people were interviewed. They say they heard us, and they call it your survey results, right? I've gone through these 35 pages. I'm going to go through them now. It's going to be a fairly long video. Several areas and results that they may have manipulated or that I don't quite believe are accurate or true. But at the end of the day, if they have brought on this Alex Rosenblatt for better treatment of drivers, right? She better look at the survey and she better act on it. Survey is one thing, right? Survey, you're asking for feedback from 100,000 gig workers. Now it's time to act, right? We've got Big Bro in the house. You say those percentages can't be correct. I'm with you on that, and I'll tell you which. Let's see if your percentages that you think in this report are not accurate. I'm sure we will agree on multiple of those percentages because they are extremely misleading, and I don't think that they're putting out hands in the house. Alexander Rodriguez, he goes, the survey results are bullshit. Uber sucks, right? I know what you guys think, and your thoughts and ideas and your suggestions are not reflected in here. That's what I know, right? And I got a lot of people that I interact with every single week. I'm telling you what, they don't quite think like this survey. But let's get in there. Firstly, are these real drivers? That's my first question. They say, we asked you and every single driver and delivery person in the United States for feedback about your experience. Here's what 98,410 people told us. See the results. Table of contents, how we conducted the survey. They talk about COVID-19, what's working well, what's not working well, what else needs improving, where do we go from here, and then the appendix, right? So we'll jump in, and they say how we conducted the survey. The survey dates October the 1st to the October 16th, 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic, right? Who received it? Every driver and every delivery person in the United States who took a trip or made a delivery with Uber between January the 1st and September the 22nd in 2020. So just prior to the pandemic, and then the majority of the pandemic. So I'd say like 2.5 months prior to the pandemic, and then about another, call it 9.5 months into the pandemic. How we got the results. These results were collected and analyzed in partnership with Qualtrics, a leader in experience data and research. We'll see how much of a leader they are. They say the work you can do, or the work you do can be hard. COVID-19 has made it harder. Correct. It's made it a lot harder. My first instinctual question is, if you acknowledge that COVID made it much harder, why do you pay less? Why do you pay less? It's this first simple question that I have. You say the work you do can be hard. COVID-19 has made it harder, ... and we paid you less. And we did not pay you essential pay. And we did not pay you hazardous pay. That's sort of my first sarcastic answer to that, right? Now, you're most worried about financial difficulties and your physical health and wellness. No brainer. Financial difficulties, 65% said that they were having financial difficulties. Now the financial difficulties, why do 2/3 of the drivers have financial difficulties? Well, it goes back to the pay. It goes back to the essential pay, the earnings. the hazardous pay we didn't get. That's what creates financial difficulties, right? Physical wellness. Dan's in the house. High five. Great success. Very nice. Thank you. Dan, thank you, buddy. Check this out. I don't know if you've gone through this report, but I do not 100% agree with this, Dan. Physical wellness, 41%. Wellness of friends and family, 40%. So these are the things drivers and gig workers with Uber Eats are most concerned about. The financial difficulties, which pretty much straightforward means you're not paying us enough. Physical wellness, all the surroundings you're putting us in, what we have to do during COVID, is unhealthy, potentially unhealthy for us and also for family members. Rideshare road warrior Rick in the house. So survey question, what are your primary concerns during the COVID-19 pandemic? Please select up to 3, right? They could select up to 3. What are your primary concerns during the COVID-19 pandemic? 70% of you think Uber has either done enough or gone above and beyond for you during the pandemic. I completely disagree with this. I would more say like 30% of you think Uber has either done enough or gone above and beyond for you during the pandemic. And the other 70% is unhappy. Where do they get this number from? Who did they interview? Are you telling me? Seriously, I'm asking you guys, right? I'm asking you. I'm asking Rick. I'm asking Dan. I'm asking Jose. I'm asking you, did Uber do enough for you, or did they go up and beyond, right? Above and beyond for you during the pandemic? Not for me, not for every of the people that I've spoken to, right? Financial difficulties, when we only get 70 cents a mile, surge starts at a measly $1. No one can survive with that. 100%. How can you survive with those type of numbers? John Jones says, why did anybody get supplies from Uber? Firstly, John, those supplies came very late. If they came at all, they came very late. If they came in small amounts. I mean, when they came very late, if they came at all, and in very small amounts. And they say 70% of you think Uber has either done enough or gone beyond, above and beyond for you. Sorry. If you got to ask, you don't know, that survey is voided after that 70% BS. From that moment on, I've lost all credibility, right? I agree. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. At that moment, like, are you trying to BS me here? Are you trying to fool me like you fooled me in the past? I'm not falling for this. Dan says, surveys such as this done by Uber, BS. My opinion, drivers would fear terminations for being 100% totally honest, right? So, %29% Uber has gone above and beyond. 41% Uber has done enough. 16% Uber has not done enough. 14% not aware of what Uber has done. Reverse those graphs, Uber. You screwed up. You got the graphs completely wrong. The last two are actually the first two. Survey question. Which of the following statements best describes how you feel about Uber's response to COVID-19 this far? Which of the following statements best describes how you feel about Uber's response to COVID-19 this far? What's working well? So here's what's working well. They reckon 80% are very satisfied or somewhat dissatisfied. No, sorry. 80% are very satisfied or somewhat satisfied. 20% are somewhat dissatisfied or very dissatisfied. I'll tell you what, again, it's in reverse. It should be 20%, right, are very satisfied or somewhat satisfied, and 80% are somewhat dissatisfied or very dissatisfied. I mean, they've literally, did they print this report wrong, ladies and gentlemen? I mean, are we on the same page here? Are they actually serving this crap on the platter and believing we're going to eat this up and believe what they say? Survey question. How satisfied are you with your experience as a driver or delivery person on Uber? How satisfied are you with your experience as a driver or delivery person on Uber? What's working well? You're most satisfied with 76% apparently says your flexibility and independence when driving, delivering, like working when and where you want. I would agree with that. 19% and then 5% disagree. Uber's efforts to protect your health and well-being during COVID-19. 60% agree. 32% somewhat. 8% disagree. Incorrect. That graph is wrong. Should be exactly the other way around. Uber's efforts to protect your physical safety unrelated to COVID-19. Uber's efforts to protect your physical safety unrelated to COVID-19. I'll tell you what, that if they think that 55% are satisfied, I have news for them. It's more like 10% are satisfied and about 80% are dissatisfied about safety. Why? Because they're not doing anything. I mean, this frustrates me. You and I know that this data is so wrong. You're trying to tell me that 98,000 people that were surveyed around the United States had to say this. Uber's efforts to ensure that riders, Uber Eats customers, and restaurant partners treat you with respect. Uber's efforts to ensure, thank you, Dan, high five. Appreciate you, brother. Uber's efforts to ensure that riders, Uber Eats customers, and restaurant partners treat you with respect. They think 54% doing a great job, 35 so-so, 11% poor, right? Really? Lorenzo Davis, good afternoon, Prof. I'm not satisfied with Uber's pricing. Since I've been back driving, I've set my rates 2.0 or higher now to make money. Good for you, brother. Survey question, overall, how, thank you again, Dana, and I appreciate you. Survey question, overall, how would you rate your driving or delivery experience with Uber in the following areas? Again, overall, how would you rate your driving or delivery experience with Uber in the following areas? I love the flexibility of work hours and being able to help people during this time to have their food brought to their door, says Sharon of Eastern Washington. Okay, Sharon, you have a valid statement there. Hi, Laura.
Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, taste that, dude. We made this. No, but taste it. It's the strongest juice I've ever made.
I'm scared to taste
pretty sour.
Dude, taste it. It's like sour, but it's good.
It's not.
Oh, did you use my kumquats? Oh my God, I gotta get a picture.
There's tons of them.
Oh my God, that's delicious, though.
It is, right?
It's refreshing.
It is. What's not working well? 20% of you are dissatisfied with your experience driving or delivering with Uber. 20% of you are dissatisfied with your experience driving or delivering with Uber. I'll let you answer that. I'll let you put down the percentage, right? Oh, you did? Yeah, you spoke to the Bloomberg reporter. I handed them your information. I'm so glad they interviewed you for 45 minutes. So both of us should be in the same article, Dan, and that should be interesting. I'll do a video on that when that comes out. IQ Boy says, BS, bullshit, 100%. Survey question, how satisfied are you? You're spoiling me. Thank you. Listen, that Bloomberg news report, they interviewed you for 45 minutes. They did me for 45 minutes. So that article should literally be about the two of us. Should be good. Wendell Davenport, hi, Prof. Uber can pay more for our food deliveries. Way more. Way, way more. And we had Uberman Tampa on the other day. If you go back to that live feed on Monday, there's such valuable information there, right? If there are trips without tips, you decline them, right? If there's anything under $7, you decline it. So what? Decline, 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 accept a good one. Decline, 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 accept another good one. So at the end of the day, you have a couple of high-paying trips, right? We're not going to go for these onesies and twosies. Remember the law, right? In UberX, under 4, we don't haul. Very simple. Laura won't like that, though. Survey question. How satisfied are you with your experience as a driver or delivery person on Uber? You're most dissatisfied with dependability of earnings. If they reckon 27% only, Laura, for the better half of you. Whoop, whoop. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Dependability of earnings. They say that 27% think that's poor, 41% think it's okay, 32% think it's great. You have those numbers upside down, Uber. What are you smoking? What are you on? Crack? Marijuana? Acid? Ecstasy when you took this survey? Let us know. Quality of customer support. Only 20% think it's poor. 37% think that customer support is okay. I mean, this is a good laugh. At least the survey is a good laugh, right? 20% think that customer support is poor. 37% think that customer support is, 20% think customer support is poor. 37% think that customer service is okay. 43% say customer support is good. How about, let me rewrite the percentages here. Quality of customer support, poor, 90%. Okay, 6%. Good, 4%. Lorenza says they're on meth. I think they're on a combination of meth and coke. Something. They must be mixing their drugs. I think they're mixing their drugs. Honestly, I think they spiked their coke with meth and smoke a nice joint that Snoop Dogg passed them just before the survey. Responsiveness to feedback. Listen to this. Responsiveness to feedback. 19% of you think it's poor, the response. 40% of you think it's okay. 41% think the responsiveness to feedback is good. I'll let you be the judge. Scott Tucker, how are you? App performance and features. 15% of you think it's poor. 43% of you think it's okay. 42% think it's good. I'll let you be the judge. Survey question. Overall, how would you rate your driving or delivery experience with Uber in the following areas? Overall, how would you rate your driving or delivery experience with Uber in the following areas? What's not working well? Dependability of earnings, right? We asked you to tell us what aspects of earnings dependability you thought should be improved. You said rates and fees. Hello? Wait till we get to the percentages, which then become misleading again. But this is accurate, right? Rates and fees. Numero uno. Nummer eins. Nummer un. Die Nummer ein. Number one reason. Rates and fees. Fix it. You have the power to fix it. Promotions and incentives. Long pickups or deliveries. Right, there it is. That frame right there should sum it all up. Dependability of earnings. We asked you to tell us what aspects of earnings dependability you thought should be improved. You said rates and fees. I agree with that. Promotions and incentives. I agree with that. Long pickups or deliveries. I agree with that. Lately, my pickup destinations are very long and trip destinations on average are short. Little money made, says Nadal in Central Atlantic Coast. Well, at least they were brave enough to quote him, right? Dan says $7 up their tailpipe. Roar. That's the real African lion. What's not working well? Quality of customer service. Beep, beep. Thank you. Dan, slow down there. You're driving fast. Quality of customer support. What aspects of customer support should be improved? What aspects of customer support should be improved? Customer support is unhelpful, poor communication, takes too long to get an issue resolved, hard to reach or get an answer. Now, if you just read these last two frames here, this one, dependability of earnings, rates and fees, promotions and incentives, long pickups or deliveries. And if those are, let's say, some of the main points, how can those percentages in the beginning of the survey be accurate? They can't be. The empathy is robotic and doesn't add to the experience at all. We need people in those roles who know what's going on and who can give real answers. And that was brave for them to release that quote. And that came from Kramer in Portland. Kramer, spot on. As I always say, bring those jobs in Manila, Philippines to the United States, right? Set up a call center somewhere in the United States. Employ locals, employ USA made. Close down that call center in Bogota, Colombia. Bring those Spanish-speaking and English-speaking call support individuals to the United States, right? This is accurate. This is accurate. We got 27 viewers. I have 7 likes. Pump that like, as Dan says, or as Dustin says, smack the like button, please. So responsiveness to feedback. Listen to this. Thank you. We're up to 9. I know we can go high. I've got 30 people in the house. I welcome you all. Hopefully you're all wearing your masks. This morning I was over at the Weekend's house in Hidden Hills as he was getting into his white Ferrari. Let me just share a picture with you. And I picked them up at this Learjet. Let me show you this plane. There's the plane, the garage with all the cars, Porsches, Ferraris, and then that's the house driving in. You can check it out. There's about 5 or 6 cars out there, and then there's a big garage with multiple cars. And that is on Long Valley, if anybody wants to look it up. Right? That's what I think Laura wants Torsten to be able to buy a Ferrari so she can zoom around.
Oh, yeah. I like to drive fast.
Listen, if you think you drive fast, wait till you get into the car with my wife. Your fingers will dig into the leather and you'll want to be strapped in. This chick thinks she's a NASCAR / Formula One / BMW autopilot, right? She thinks she's actually the person who teaches the people how to drive. This is how crazy she drives around, right? And hence an X4, right? Do you like the driving style of your X4?
Love it, love it.
She loves it. She drives that thing like a turbocharged maniac. Responsiveness to feedback. What aspects of our responsiveness to feedback should be improved? More engagement with corporate representatives. Good point. I always call for that. Voice at the table, being able to communicate with corporative representatives or executives who completely ignore us. Making sure feedback is taken seriously, not just used for PR. Big one, folks. Making sure feedback is actually taken seriously and implemented versus, oh, we're going to use this for PR. We're going to use this for a press release. How many times have I said this? Oh, great material they just stole to set up a press release, right? Will do, Dan. 100%. Exactly. He says, feel free to then share, ask any questions about rideshare delivery right here. Share it right in here, as he said, so that Alex Rosenblatt and crew can read. I know they're going to see this video. Holy mackerel. Dan, thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you. Gary Travis says, rewinding to catch up. Scott Tucker says, no smack the like, obliterate the like. Obliterate it. I like it. Scott says, I Ubered Debbie Gibson last week. Very, very cool. Thank you, Dan. Give Dan a shout out, honey.
Dan, woo!
There you go. So here's a quote. Not sure it matters. The feedback I have offered before seemed to fall on deaf ears. James from Denver. On the money, James from Denver. Not sure it matters, but the feedback that I've offered before seems to fall on deaf ears. Don't we know that? Haven't we sent? I mean, I have sent them. Remember, I sent them files and reams of suggestions from you folks. Did I get replies on it? Did I get thank yous on it? Did I say, yes, we'll implement? Nothing. Silence, nothing. Deaf ears. I've sent them files like this. Printed out your suggestions, your ideas, cut and paste. Sent this big file to several executives. Shipped it up there. Did I get a reply? Did I get a thank you? Did I get a feedback? Yes, we will implement this. Nada. Niente. Nichts in Russian. Niet. What's not working well? App performance and features. What aspects of app performance should be improved? App is glitchy or buggy. App is glitchy or buggy. We know that. Navigation, GPS should be improved. Okay? I hope they're listening. Jimmy, aren't you hoping that they're listening? I think Jose Feliciano, Ray Charles, and Stevie Wonder were put in charge of counting those responses. You think that Stevie Wonder, this guy's humor is off the charts. He's like, okay, Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, and Jose Feliciano, they conducted the 98,000 surveys and pumped in the results. The app crashes a lot and will lock up when trying to note food as delivered. The app crashes a lot and will lock up when trying to note food as delivered, says Monica in Nashville. Monica, you're on the money. Thank you, Dan. Love and respect, brother. What else needs improving? What else needs improving? We know just okay is not good enough. So we asked for your feedback on these and other areas to help us improve even more. Here we go. We know just okay is not enough. So we asked you for your feedback on these other areas to help us improve even more. What's going okay? What's going okay? Showing that Uber values drivers and delivery people. 17% think that's poor. 36% okay. 47% think that's good. Showing that Uber values drivers and delivery people, they think that's going okay. That 47% think that Uber values its drivers and delivery people. How about we switch things around? How about we say that 17% think that Uber values the drivers and 60% say no, and maybe the difference okay. Who came up with this? Jason Anderson says, I just joined. What are we talking about? Jason, I'm going to put the link to the survey. This is the Uber survey they did, interviewing 98,000 plus drivers and delivery people. But as we go through it, we notice that these percentages, most of them are upside down, inside out. Clear and transparent communication with you. 49% say we're doing okay. Clear and transparent communication with you. I disagree with that. 35% say, oh, okay, you're doing an okay job. 16% are saying you're doing a poor job. Numbers are upside down. Fair practices and policies. You know, when I talk about fair practices, the first thing that comes to mind is stop your bait and switch campaigns. Be fair. Stop your bait and switch. They think that 50% are doing okay on the fair practices and policies. 14% only disagree and say it's poor. These numbers are upside down. Survey question. Overall, how would you rate your driving or delivery experience with Uber in the following areas? What needs improving? Recognition and appreciation for those of us that haven't been long-time drivers. Mark in Phoenix, Arizona. Recognition and appreciation for those of us that have been long-time drivers, right? That basically means I, Mark in Phoenix, Arizona, I've been driving for you for a long time. You're not recognizing that. You're not appreciating that. And I feel disrespected. Hit me up, Mark, if you're out there and I quoted you correctly. Say, yes, that's right. That's how I feel, right? Zakir Khan, thank you. Great job as usual. High five. High five, Vernas, great success. Borat, thank you, buddy. High five. Appreciate you. Jason Anderson, all in with my chips. Less than 10% of drivers say Uber values them. I will double that up. I will push the chips in. Thank you. 13, Prof. Follows through. Get them. Whoop, 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 whoop. We're going to send the Dobermans, the Alsatians, the Bull Mastiffs after these executives as they come out the office. Yeah, see how what a fright. Dara's going to be running down Market Street in San Francisco with all the dogs. Who let the dogs out? Who? Gwen, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Dara. Where we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? IQ Boy says they do recognize you in the form of pay cut for long-term drivers. Yeah, that's how they reward you, right? You're a long-term driver. Let's give you a pay cut. So, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here with your voice as our guide? Oh my God, this is the cheesiest line I've ever read. With your voice as our guide, we listen to you. We're moving forward together. Really? This you think is happening? We're moving together? How about... This ain't happening. It's... We know the survey is only a first step, but you're committed to showing that your voice drives us. We'll use this feedback provided in the survey to improve your Uber experience. Be sure to check your email and our website for updates. Alex Rosenblatt. Slap those directors. Slap those directors. Slap those executives. Wake them up and start fixing this crap. Today, not tomorrow, not next month, not in 2022 or 2025. Yesterday, Alex. Get to work. So, thank you for choosing to be part of the Uber community. Sincerely, the Uber team, right? Appendix. Here you can find the full detail results. The full detail results. What are your primary concerns during the COVID-19 pandemic? Please select up to 3. Financial difficulties. Numero uno, physical health and wellness. Wellness of friends and family. Mental, emotional health like stress, anxiety, brain fog, 31%. Staying connected to friends and family, 18%. Role changes as a parent caretaker, like managing online learning for children, 12%. Missing major milestones like weddings, graduation ceremonies, 12%. Confinement, cabin fever, 10%. Those last 5 are irrelevant. This is what's relevant here. And it's not 65%, it's 85%. 85% are put into financial difficulties, right? Because they failed to step up in the pandemic. Don't serve us this crap here, Dara. Really? You think you're going to think, oh, they're going to accept these numbers. Oh, I'm going to just share these numbers with them and they will accept them. Oh, you know, we just put them out there. We just publish those numbers. They're going to read them and they'll accept them. Wrong. Now, next one. Which of the following statements best describes how you feel about Uber's response to COVID-19 thus far? Question again. Which of the following statements best describes how you feel about Uber's response to COVID-19? Uber has gone above and beyond to support drivers and delivery people during COVID. They put that on the top. Stop freaking lying. Uber has done enough to support drivers and delivery people during COVID. Uber has not done enough to support drivers and delivery. I think that 16% only say you did a poor job. These numbers are upside down, my friends. Which of the following Uber COVID-19 programs or services were you aware of before today? Requiring riders to wear masks, 70%. Okay. Driver safety checklist, including mask verification, 66%. Okay, we can agree with that. Leave at door delivery, 62%. Okay, we can believe that. Distribution of cleaning supplies and personal protective equipment, 49%. Uber Eats Pro status protection, 29%. In-app COVID-19 hub, 23%. COVID-19 financial assistance, 23%. Providing access to health savings accounts and affordable health insurance through third parties, 21% were aware of that. Government assistance guide, 17%. Work hub, 16%. Access to telemedicine, 13%. I mean, were you aware of them? Right? They say 29% were aware of Uber Pro and Uber Eats Pro status protection. How satisfied are you with your experience as a driver or delivery person with Uber? Very satisfied, 33%. Somewhat satisfied, 47%. Somewhat dissatisfied, 13%. Very dissatisfied, 7%. Really? Road Warrior Rick says, I'm a trained sociologist and believe all ratings or all statistics can be. Yeah, you know what? Dara gets the flush. Dan, we got to do this. I am not going to pick up this wet piece of shit. Dan, this is what the Uber report represents. This is the Uber report. It's just a piece of wet, stinky crap, right? This survey, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be funny or sarcastic or silly. No, I'm telling you my honest truth. They're getting their ass and the head mixed up, upside down, inside out. Adios. 5 flushes. 1. 2. Another one for Dara Koshashawi. To the people that put the report together. To the people that calculated the percentages. To all of those that were on meth, crack, acid, cocaine while doing this survey for Uber, misleading us. Come on, man. As my good friend from New Orleans, Go Donnie Com says, come on, man. That was a royal flush, Dan. There was a lot of poo. There was a lot of shit that went down that toilet there, right? Now, overall, how would you rate Uber's performance in the following areas? Green meaning good, yellow meaning okay, red meaning poor. Overall, how would you rate Uber's performance in the following areas? Flexibility and independence when driving, delivering, working, and when and where I want. I agree with that, 76%. 90% okay, 5% poor. Taking steps to protect your health and well-being during COVID-19, 60% say, oh yeah, Uber's performance was great during COVID. Horse nonsense, man. Taking steps to protect your physical safety unrelated to COVID-19, 55% says that was good. Goat balls, my friends. Ensuring that riders, Uber Eats users, and restaurant partners treat you with respect, 54% said that was good. Fair practices and policies, 50% said that was good. Clear and transparent communication with you, 50% said that was good. And 16% only said that was poor. Showing that Uber values drivers and delivery people, 47% said that was good. And 17% said that was poor. Quality of customer support, 43% said, it was very good, 37% okay, 20% poor. Customer support, are we reading the same survey here? App performance and features, 42%, 43%, 15%. Responsiveness to driver and delivery person feedback, 41% said it was good. Dependable earnings, only 32% said it was good. 27% of respondents rated dependable earnings poor. 27% of respondents rated dependable earnings poor. How about 78 to 80% instead of 27? Survey question, please tell us more about why you rated earnings dependability as poor. I don't agree with that 27% said that was poor. It's got to be far higher than that. What aspects of earnings dependability should be improved? Of that 27%, key themes that came through are low rates. Low rates, that's 90% are complaining about low rates. You are not charging customers enough, therefore you are not paying drivers enough. Mark in Philadelphia. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Philly. Thank you, Mark in Philadelphia. You are not charging customers enough, therefore you are not paying drivers enough. And they think that only 27% feel that earnings dependability was poor. It's 80%, man. Fees. Uber seems to be taking a bigger cut. Mark in Phoenix, Arizona. Really? Uber's taking the majority of the cut. Promotions and incentives. Quest and consecutive trip payments have gone almost to nil, says Bahailu in Washington, D.C. Quest and consecutive trip payments have gone almost to nil. Thank you for speaking the truth, right? That's what's needed here, the truth, right? Let's go. We got 29 people in the house. I've got 16 likes. I'm with Dan, and we got to go. 4 more, please. 4 more likes so that I want this thing to climb in the algorithm so that the video goes viral, and then they see how the Uber people see how we could humiliate them. The only person that can save us from the Titanic is Alex Rosenblatt, right? If she says, you know what, I'm going to rip up this report, I'm going to watch this video, I'm going to read their feedback, and I'm going to get to work. That's how we solve things. Long pickups or deliveries. Lately, my pickup destinations are very long, and trip destinations on average are short. Little money made. Nadal of Central Atlantic Coast, Florida. On the money. Demand. Sometimes I receive almost no offers at all, even during times that are normally busy. Benjamin in Fayetteville. On the money. Let's keep that momentum going. I agree. Timothy Graffis, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate the likes. Jimmy says, I agree, Timothy Graffis. I think those results were printed up before the survey was even sent out. Exactly. Let's create a beautiful color chart with a couple of percentages. Let's light a couple of pipes. Let's mix some meth in that Coke and take a couple of ecstasies and LSDs, and then let's knock up a report. And then let's go and interview those 98,000 people that we apparently surveyed. Come on, Uber. Come on. What you trying to do to us, huh? Uber, you trying to con me? You trying to fool me? No, not with me. I will slap you up. Anyway, so appendix, 20% of respondents rated customer support as poor. 20% of respondents rated customer support as poor. How about 80%? You're telling me that only 20% of those 98,000 said, you know what, customer support is poor. Survey question. Please tell us more about why you rated customer support as poor. What aspects of customer support should be improved? Of that 20%, key themes that came through are customer support is unhelpful. 20% only said that. Other than fare issues, the customer service people have little power to do much about any specific issues. Richard in LA, in my city, on the money. Customer support is difficult to communicate with. The time drivers call, we all seem to have issues with getting the support team to support us and understand what we said. Rhonda in Fayetteville. Well, you have someone in the Philippines or in India talking with a very thick accent that you don't understand. There's no meeting of minds. It's like, what are you trying to tell me, dude? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Are you receiving on your end what I'm saying? Is the message sent, the message received? No, it's not. The message sent is put through a machine. It takes too long to get an issue resolved. Always a long wait to Uber support. Long wait for a background check. Long wait for Checker to get back to us. And they say that only 20% of us were unhappy about this. And then when you get in the line with someone, you're placed on hold for long periods and sometimes multiple times. Robert in Dallas, Texas, on the money. It's hard to reach or get an answer from customer support. It's extremely difficult to get in touch with an actual person, says Mai in Denver, Colorado. On the money. Customer support sends generic responses. Oh, don't we love those generic responses? Cut, auto post, cut, auto pay, send, cut, auto pay, send. Ask the same question, same answer comes back within seconds. Cut 5 sentences. The guy apparently types at a rate of 700 letters per second. Cut, auto paste, you get this whole paragraph in 3 seconds. Same crap. Canned answers, not actually addressing the concerns a driver has. Bradford in Dallas, Texas, on the money. Again, let's listen to what he said. Customer support sends generic responses. Canned answers, not actually addressing the concerns a driver has. This is my concern. Do you understand what my concern is? Do you hear what my concern is? Off in that direction. Off in that direction. No. Come back. Answer my question. Do you understand what I'm talking about? 15% of respondents rated app performance and features as poor. Only 15% of respondents rated app performance and features as poor. Survey questions. Please tell us more about why you rated app performance and features as poor. What aspects of app performance and features should be improved? Of that 15%, which I think is bogus, key themes that came through are the app is glitchy or buggy. The app crashes a lot and will lock up when trying to note food as delivered. Monica in Nashville, on the money. Navigation GPS should be improved. App navigation routinely misses the mark for pickup and drop-offs. Caleb in Nashville, on the money, right? How would you like to share your feedback with Uber in the future? Please select up to 2 options. Interesting, right? Darius is in the house. I'm still waiting on my background check, the code, though I have an appointment with code through, I have an appointment with him today. Darius, what do they need from you on the background check? Maybe you can send it. Maybe you can go down to the DMV and get what they need and send it to them. They're fast asleep, right? Scott Tecker says, I told them trash canned response. Spirit 360, salute. Salute you, my friend. Good to see you. Spirit 360 says, Prof, this is hard world. Yesterday, I got approved to drive for Uber. I'll be driving in the CT area. The other day, you asked how many miles I got the card. Was 77,000 miles. 12, that's good. It's a great price. 12,000 out the door. You did well. You purchased well. Are you happy with the car? You did well. You did very, very well with that price. Dan says these 2 to 5 day suspensions while waiting for reactivation are ridiculous. So how much money are you losing in 2 to 5 days until you get reactivated? I mean, why is it not like, okay, we deactivated you over a false report, identify that the false report was in fact, you know, a false report. They acknowledge it, and they should activate you the same day. No, 5 days, 2 days, 3 days later. Oh, we're getting back to you now. We're getting back to you now, 120 hours later. Oh, yeah, you were right. Yes, you were right. We're going to activate you again. Hello, where's the money for the last 5 days? Where's my $600, $700, $800? Don't pay you that money, right? Through ongoing surveys like this one, 40%. Okay, how would you like to share your feedback with Uber in the future? Please select up to 2 options. 40% said through ongoing surveys like this. Sorry. After I read this crock of crap report survey, which I completely disagree with, why would I want to do another survey? Why? And I can understand that, like, the people that did the survey said, yeah, we'd like to do future ones. But the people that did the survey, the 98,000 people, have they read this? Would they still have the same answer now after they've read the survey results? Please answer me that. Through the app, like a feedback box in app satisfaction surveys, 33%. Over mail, over email, over text messages, phone call, right? So, I mean, through the app, I think would be the best, right? Text message, they send you a text message. You can then say, you know, how do you rate this? Was it good, okay, or poor? That's a good way of doing it, I think. Phone call, you're wasting our time, right? An individual or small group meetings between drivers, delivery people, and the Uber team. Roundtables should happen all the time. They should sponsor roundtables in various cities throughout the United States, have individuals in small group meetings, hash it out, you know, come up with the suggestions, right? That is a good way to get a lot of solid market research. Whether they will turn that into reality, whether Alex Rosenblatt will kick in, whether Dara Khosrowshahi will actually pull his finger out of his ass and start working, that is another question, right? So through a community, in person or online, of other drivers and delivery people organized by Uber, 8%. In large group meetings between drivers, delivery people, and the Uber team, like a town hall, 6%. Obviously a little bit dangerous during COVID. I do not want to share feedback in any of these ways, 5%. Through a community, in person or online, of other drivers and delivery people not organized by Uber, 4%. So that trust level is very low, 4% there, right? I'm not surprised. Of the options below, what are the top 3 topics you would most like to share feedback on to help us work toward improving your Uber experience? The number 1, guess what it is? They got this right, but the percentage should have been higher. Costs, earnings, promotions. How do we feed our families? How do I pay for my car maintenance? How do I pay for my gas? How do I get the recognition that I deserve? How do I get that essential pay during the pandemic? Costs, earnings, and promotions. Next one, mapping, navigation, and tolls. App performance and features. Uber policies. Uber policies like ratings, deactivations, fare adjustments. I think deactivations is a big one. I mean, I get tons and tons of deactivations from stressed out drivers. I didn't do that. I was wrongfully terminated. Here's the proof. Okay, cool. I believe you. I believe you face value, Mr. Driver or Mrs. Driver or Mrs. Delivery Driver or Mr. Delivery Driver. I believe that they wrongfully terminated you. What can we do about it? So I sent them links, right? Suggestions, where they can, what they can do, how they can legal up, how they can fight this, because there certainly is a big disconnect when it comes to deactivations. I don't think that Uber or Lyft or others think this through. There's like, our rider, the person ordering, is always right. Always right. You know, our rider said he looked like he was intoxicated. He was swerving from lane to lane. Yes, rider, we believe you. Boom! Deactivate the driver. Now I got to fight. Okay, did you have a blood test? Did you do an alcohol test on me? What proof do you have? Right? And then I would say, okay, well, look at the rider. They're like a Look at their rating of the rider, right? 4.4, maybe 4.5. You trust that person over me, the 5.98 rated driver? Really? You're taking the way drivers have rated them, you're putting that over my rating? Come on. Spirit 360. I got the car only to do Uber with background guys. Get your driving record from DMV, only $20. So, Prof, I'm jumping into this rideshare fight, brother. Can I have a phone conversation with you? Yeah. Text me first now, and then we'll set it up. Let me know what market. Let me know what hours you plan to drive, how many hours per week, what platform are you driving on, UberX, Excel, right? 480-393-6318. You can text me. Text me. Text me, please, people. Deals and rewards available through Uber partnerships, customer support, rider, Uber Eats user and or restaurant staff behavior and respect. Safety features of Uber like emergency button 24/7 support, COVID-19 related issues. I do not want to share any feedback of any type of these topics, right? But the number one thing that you want to share with them, the number 3 topics you want to give them feedback about are the cost, earnings, and promotions, the mapping, navigation, and tolls, app performance, and features. I agree with the first one. I think some of the lower ones should be higher up. How would you like to hear back from Uber about what we have done to address driver and delivery people feedback? Please select all that apply. How would you like to hear back from Uber about what we, Uber, have done for you to address driver and delivery people feedback? Please select all that apply. Email, 68%. You know, I think we should get an email directly from Alex Rosenblatt, right? Hey, I'm the new lady, your bridge to these non-functional, lazy executives that just keep taking your money. Here's my email. I'm updating you what I just did. I just did this. Dara just approved this idea. We fixed this. Email us, in-app messages, text us. Through the Uber website, nah, not necessarily. Only 11% want to be notified that way. Quarterly online newsletter, rubbish. Throw that newsletter away. In-person meetings once it is safe to do so. No, we just don't have the time. We've got to be earning money in that time. Uber published reports, which we don't really trust, 6%, right? Uber published reports, 6%. That tells you a lot, right? This here, this percentage, this faith of 6% tells you that the rest of the survey was garbage. Podcast, 3%, forget about it. Podcast, forget about it. But how can you get back to me? Alex Rosenblatt, hit me up, email, text me. Tell me what you did this week, right? Update the drivers. Let them know how you turn those negatives into positives. Let them know where you stand. We did this, and we did this, and we did this, and do you see results in A? Do you feel like B is getting better? Do you feel like C is getting better? And most importantly, do you feel like, right? Do you feel like that we are listening to you regarding your negative experience, your unhappiness, the topics you want to? Are we hearing you on costs? Have we addressed your earnings? How are we doing on the new promotions that we are offering? How are we doing on the new mile a minute and the minute rate and mile rates that we are offering? Apparently they listen to us. So send us a text, send us an email, and Alex Rosenblatt, and ask us, right? You brought up tolls. Have we addressed the toll issue? Have we addressed the app performance issue? Have we addressed the glitches, right? Have we addressed deactivations? Are we doing a better job at deactivations? Are we adjusting your fare fast enough? This is what I want to hear in that email or text message, right? Did customer support hear you? Did customer support listen to you? Did customer support solve your problem? Immediate response, right? Get those percentages up, Alex. Your company ain't doing very, very well. These numbers are very, 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 very misleading. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be the little silly rideshare professor. No, I mean dead freaking serious. These numbers, very few percentages in this survey are accurate. Very few. I could do another follow-up video and say, you got this, this, and this right, but you got that wrong. How would you like to hear back from us? We've just spoken about this. Send us weekly emails or text messages. Let us know what you're doing. Let us know what you implemented, and then address our concerns. Numero uno, cash is king, right? Show us the freaking money. Show us the freaking money, right? We want to see this, right? This is what I'm interested in. What the freak show are you paying me, right? This needs to come through. Send us updates on this. We are doing this for you. We are upping the earnings. This is what we're interested in, my friends. This. And then we might show Uber and Lyft some love because they finally showed us some recognition or love. Flip it over says, was turned off after a ride due to background check pending. Is this normal? Nothing's really normal at Uber, right? Again, but it also really depends what showed up on your background check. What did show up on your background check, right? Only you know. Dan says we should have a right to not only be absolved on a false allegation, but compensated for our monetary loss and damages by a rider. Thank you very much. Amen to that. The rider driver says, Timothy, I totally agree with you. My 2017 Ford Escape was booted off the higher tier at the beginning of 2020, while other older and less equipped vehicles were allowed to stay on. Like, what's up with that? You know, maybe they're willing to give us some feedback on that. You know, Uber needs to pay actual miles, not straight line miles. There we go. If we go this way, this way, this way, this way, pay us for that whole trip. Don't just pay as the bee would fly or as the bird would fly, right? Make an accuser accountable. I like that one. Make an accuser accountable and liable for false accusations, right? Otherwise, there's no consequences for the rider or for the person ordering. If they can just make willy-nilly, just make up crap up and get away with it, no, I agree. There's got to be consequences. So other people's, you know what? I did 3 false reports and Uber kicked me off the platform, or they cut me off from food deliveries. There has to be a consequence for a lying rider, for a lying individual that keeps on ordering food to the house. As well, the food didn't arrive at the door, and meanwhile he's sitting there scoffing his chicken wings. Food didn't arrive. Typing. Sorry, Uber Eats. My food didn't arrive. Didn't arrive. No phony riders or accounts. That's phony. Flipped over says they should be resolved in 3 to 7 days, but they only received the motor vehicle background check, not the criminal. As far as I know my background check is clean. So the reason why the DMV check is being held up, right? I mean, the reason why Checker is really holding up a lot of these background checks is really about the DMV. DMV is slow as frickin' molasses. Okay, this was really, really interesting. This was 35 pages, your survey results, right? They say your survey results. 98,410 people, the data went into this. My honest opinion about the survey, very one-sided, very poor, and I think very manipulated, right? I think they manipulated that data. Quick shout out to my sponsor, Cover, Kover. I'll put the link below so you can get a 1 month free. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. We have 30 people in the house. We have 26 likes. I think we covered a lot today. We've got a ton of good feedback from people, tons of good feedback, right? And we really broke it down. We went through all of those 35 pages. You heard my opinion, and then I also allowed you to give your opinion and your feedback, right? And that's valuable. I think if Uber or Lyft want to learn, if Alex Rosenblatt wants to learn, if Alex Rosenblatt wants to make sure that her data, her survey was correct, I would ask her kindly to check in with the people, with the community in this room. Just pretend that this is a separate meeting of gig workers who are scrutinizing and analyzing your report and then give you their opinion. I think you should listen to this opinion. I think you should listen to my opinion, right? Because I think a lot of your percentages are so way off, right? All right, my friends. So yeah, I gave Cover the shout out. I've got a couple of other great articles coming up. I'm going to be talking about Uber stocks slip as Chinese rival reportedly plans to enter West European market. I'll make a video about that afterwards if you want to watch that. So with Didi going into the European market where Uber is pretty much ruling the roost, now they're going to take a big piece of the pie away. Well, guess what? That reflected in today's stock price. Stock came down, right? The victory in the UK courts by the drivers, the stock dropped, right? Another one in Milan, Italia, Bella Italia, va bene? In Milan, 733 million euro in fines for the gig delivery companies, right? Now they're in court there. I'm not making this up. Every week I say, hey, Uber was in this and this and this and this lawsuit. Uber's been sued and sued and sued and sued again. No daylight. So you telling me this, some people tell me this Uber stock is so wonderful. Really? Did you see how the stock performed last week? Did you see how many lawsuits were filed? Did you see how many lawsuits they lost? Right? It's not going anywhere. It's not freaking going anywhere. Mohammed Khalil's in the house. So I will be making those two videos. Another video that I'm going to push out today. And this is not for us drivers, and this is not for the delivery people. It's for the people ordering. How to place an Uber Eats group order and let everyone pick out their own order for a single delivery. Why am I doing this video? Well, guess what? A lot of people that are ordering food will come across this and they will educate themselves. I get the chance. I get the opportunity to call them out and say, please, it's the pandemic. You guys are putting in group orders, for single deliveries. Multiple people are placing their food orders. We bring it to you. Please tip these individuals. So I'm going to tie in the tips or the poor tipping into this article. So I got three other videos coming up today. That one, the one about the Italian market suing Uber and the delivery market for $733 million. They got to cough up, they got to pay up. And then the Didi, the Chinese rival, entering the Euro market and Uber stocks just plummeting once again. What did we also do? We covered extensively your survey results in this one. The majority of this 1 hour was spent going over your survey results. The question that I have, were they really your survey results? Or were they Uber's survey results, the way they wanted to present the numbers? All right, my friends, I wish you a great one. Dan, thank you, my friend. Thank you, and thank you again. Thank you, everyone in the house. Really appreciate your participation, your input. There we go. Check this out. Light it up, light it up, light it up. There we go. I'm going to take a picture. Light it up. See? This is my friends here. Light it up. Watermelons. Lots of love. Thumbs up. Fruits. Vitamin C. Let me just check here. Let me get back to this one mortgage guy quickly. All right, check that out. Scott Tucker, Danan's got all the emojis. Rider driver. I want to take another picture there quickly. Oh, I love it. Check that out. Now, this is what I love. This is us, my friends. This is us. That's who we are. The survey is like that. Honestly, the survey is like that. But us, the truth speakers, that's us, right? Rider driver, I appreciate you. I don't know why YouTube sometimes, I have to green light a lot of the message because YouTube flags them. I mean, there's no inappropriate language or anything like that. With your permission, made a room for driver and telegrams willing to make you an admin. I thought about making a room for drivers, if that's okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's not being disrespectful at all. And thank you for filling me in. And if I can help you, if I can boost you there, Spirit 360, I'll do that. You know my personality. I don't judge people. If I can, I'll try and lift you up wherever I can. So yes, I appreciate that and will help wherever possible. Mohammed Khalil, more Georges, Abes, Els, Andrews, Benz, and Ulysses. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. Scott Tucker and Dan said this as well. We call BS on Uber survey. What you think we are? You think we're fools? We think we're going to read it and then accept it as it is? Wrong. Wrong. What do they think we are? My friend Gaylord just got notified. Act has been activated. Cool. Got a referral in the bag there. Paul Figueroa says, watch this video on Bloomberg. My son is hungry, wants to eat. Okay, cool, will do. And then this morning, that was this morning, right on the tarmac, picking up, and then taking over to the house. Multiple sports cars in the garage, even the Porsche hybrid. At whose house? The Weeknd Super Bowl performance, The Weeknd. 6, 7 cars in the front, maybe 8 or 10 cars in the garage. Why do people need so many cars? Just give me a couple. Give me that Porsche hybrid. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then this little angel here, you know her, Danu. She turned 12 today. There she is. That's my little one. One of the 5. All right, my friends. I appreciate you. We have 33 likes. I love it. If any of those 19 people, I'm on my way out here in the next 2 minutes, 120 seconds, and I'll be out of here. If anybody can squeeze out a like, smash that like button, as Dustin said. Let's keep it going. Targeted in Michigan. Uber deactivated me with 4.99 rating. For 2 years, said I wasn't wearing a mask when I was and refused my cam footage. So what you do in that case, you fill out this form. You fill out this form here. And this is when you start applying pressure, right? Targeted in Michigan. He wrote that. The 4.99 rated driver, 2 years, was always wearing his mask. I know he's speaking the truth. And then some person, right, and they refused his car cam footage. Really? This is what you do, my friend, and you're going to win hands down. Hands down. Firstly, you're going to fill out that form. Secondly, I don't know what state you're in. You're going to go to small claims, file for 10,000 damages, wrongful termination, and force them to provide proof. And by the way, Your Honor, what they did not want to see was my evidence, the dash cam footage that I took. They refused to acknowledge, they refused to look at it. That will prove whether I am guilty or whether I am not guilty. Your Honor, the footage will clearly show I was wearing a mask. I have lost 3.5 weeks of income. I have been fighting with this company who's been false accusing me. The rider who's been false accusing me, and here are my damages. Period. Period. I'll help you. Tell me which state you're in. I'll send you the paperwork. Send me your email. Do it. It's done. 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 Right? Hopefully that makes you feel better. I'm on your side, targeted in Michigan. You have my email. Right? We can look it up. We can get the papers for Illinois. For Michigan. I apologize. For Michigan. Maybe you're in Detroit. I don't know where you are in Michigan. Let's get the paperwork filled out. You will send an electronic copy to Uber. You will mail a registered letter for 1455 Market Street, and you will drop off, a third party will drop off the paperwork and serve anyone at the front desk of any one of those hubs that are close to you. And that's it. And then they have several weeks to respond, and here's why you're going to win. Because they ain't going to send an attorney all the way out to Michigan. No, right? Get the judge. There will be a no-show. You win on default most of the times, 90%, and the judge will say, well, they didn't look at your evidence. I saw your evidence. You're right, sir, and I order the company to reactivate you. Then you send the judge's orders over to their legal department at Uber and say, this is how the judge ruled. You have to immediately react. You have to immediately activate me. If they sit on it and don't do anything, you file another suit. And in the lawsuit, the judge will compound the damages big time. Oh, Uber, I told you to do this and this and this. You did not follow my orders. Now I am really punishing you. So just do it. Nike, just do it. And please, folks, please, 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 wear your masks. If you have any of these hand condoms, wear them, right? Disinfect the cars, right? Disinfect the cars. Have other masks ready for your clients so you can get some good tips. Spray, right? Spray disinfectant on all those areas. Clean it down, wipe it down, right? Make sure you have a box of these in the car. People like them because they sometimes say, well, may I take one of them? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what they're there for. Have a great day. Appreciated the drive. Stay safe. You and your family. Hope we drive again. All right, my friends. That's it. I'm tired. I've been going since early this morning. I've made my money. I've had a lot of fun with you guys. And again, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Have a good one. Thank you, my friends. Have a great day. Dan Tan, thank you. All the peeps in the house. We had a lot of people, a lot of good feedback in the house. Zakir Khan, thank you. Dan, thank you. I really appreciate you, dude. And I will do that. Paul Figueroa, I didn't see you in the room there. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump over you. Said I just sent you a story about Mr. Bloomberg for 6 feet apart. I will run that story. I'll do that. Lorenzo Davis, John Jones, Scott Tucker, Joel Burnell, all of you have a magnificent, magnificent day. Take care, everyone. Thank you.